Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys. Now today I will solve another Math Olympiad geometrical problem. Before starting the problem, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. Let's start the problem. The question is that inside a circle with radius 6 lie four smaller circle with center A, B, C, and D. Shown the point where the circle with center A and C touch each other is the center of big circle. Calculate the area of quadrilateral ABCD. Now you see here, this is the circle, and this circle having the center at the point where the circle with center C and A intersects. Now this point we name it as O. Radius of circle with center O equal to 2 times of OA. You see here, this length is the radius of circle, and that value is equal to 6 unit. Therefore, we can write it as OA will be equal to 6 over 2, and that is equal to 3 unit. Now the radius of circle with center A and C with equal to 3 unit, we can write radius of circle with center A will be equal to OA, that's equal to 3. And the radius of circle with center C will be equal to OC, and that's also equal to 3 because OA and OC equal because these two circles are congruent. Next, we have to find the radius of circle with center B, and the radius of circle with center D will also be R because these two circles are also identical. Now you see here this quadrilateral having sides BC. Now we can write its BC. This is the radius, and this radius will be equal to, now you see here this radius is equal to 3. Now next is the radius circle with center B, that's equal to R. Now we write it as R. Therefore, the length of BC will be equal to 3 plus R. Now you see here the radius, and this length is R, and this length is 3, and next is also 3, and this is the radius of circle with center D is R, and same here is R and 3. You see here all these lengths BC equal to 3 plus R. Now you see here BC equal to AB equal to AD equal to DC. Now all these sides are congruent. Now you see here BD and AC are perpendicular to each other. Now we write it BD and AC are at right angle because BD is a tangent line to the circle, bigger circle, and OC and OA are the radius. Therefore, the radius and tangent are perpendicular to each other. BD is tangent line and OC is radius. Therefore, ABCD will be rhombus. We name it ABCD quadrilateral rhombus because all sides are equal, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Now to calculate the area of the rhombus, now the area of rhombus will be equal to 1 over 2 into product of their diagonals. Now the diagonals of this rhombus is AC into BD. Now the length of AC, you see here, this length AC will be equal to 3 plus 3 because OC length is 3 and OA length is 3. Therefore, we can write it as 1 over 2, 3 plus 3 is 6 into BD. So BD will be equal to OD plus OA, and OD and OA are equal. Therefore, we can write it as OD plus OD, that's equal to 2 times of OD. Now you see here this length OD will be equal to, you see here this length D to P is equal to small r. Now therefore the length OD will be equal to, total length of OP is 6. Now this remaining length with OD will be equal to 6 minus r. Now we can write it as OD will be equal to 6 minus r. Now you see here, this is the right angle triangle. AOD is a right angle triangle we make here. Now this right angle triangle, we can find the length of OD. After finding the length OD, we can calculate the length of BD. Now you see here, this is O and this is D and this is A. Now the length of OD, you see here, this 6 minus R. And the length of OA is already, we find this is equal to 3. A length of AD equal to, you see here, this length of AD will be equal to BC and BC equal to 3 plus R. Now we can write it as 3 plus R. Now we use the Pythagoras theorem. Now Pythagoras theorem, that's hypotenuse AD is equal to hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square will be equal to, this is the base square, 6 minus R whole square. And OA is the altitude square, we can write 3 square. Now we see AD will equal to 3 plus R whole square, and that is 6 minus R whole square plus 3 square. We use the identity rule, A plus B whole square, that's equal to A square plus 2 times of AB plus B square. Now that's equal to 3 square plus 2 times of 3 into R plus R square, and same here is 6 square plus 2 times of 6 into minus 2 times of 6 into R into plus R square plus 3 square, and that's equal to, and this is 3 square. Now this will be cancelled. This R square will be cancelled. Now we can write it as 6R minus 12R plus 36. Now this is 6R plus 12R, that is equal to 36. Now the R will be 18R will be equal to 36. Therefore R will be equal to 36 over 18, that is equal to 2. Now we have to find the length of OD. OD will be equal to 6 minus R, that's equal to 6 minus 2, and that is 4. Now the BD length will be equal to 2 times of OD. Now the length of OD is 4, we can write it as 8. Now we substitute the value in this equation. Now this is the area of the rhombus ABCD. Now we can write it as area of ABCD rhombus, that's equal to 1 over 2 times 6 into, you see here, that is BD length. Now BD length, you see here, that is equal to 8. Now we can write it as 2 times 3 is 6. Now that value is equal to 24 units. Square is the area of quadrilateral ABCD. Quadrilateral ABCD. This is the answer.